Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Downtown Paphos. We're in the main car park in the harbour. The view, what can you say? Takes your breath away. A view, quite simply, worth dying for on a spectacular day in downtown Paphos. Bit of information. The weather, well, 22 degrees is the high today, and we've only just started the crescendo in towards the spring season. So if you're looking for a little bit of warmth, get yourself on a big bird or a canoe, start paddling like crazy, because Paphos, Cyprus, Marika and me, you've guessed it, we're waiting especially for you. There's a lot of people walking around with great big grins on their faces, and why not? Because they understand that they've come to paradise, the little island known as Cyprus. It's all looking very blue, isn't it? Sky's blue, sea's blue, Mr. Paul's dressed head to toe in blue. You know what that means. Yeah, come on. Get yourself on that aeroplane. Get yourself on that internet. Look for that perfect break in downtown Paphos. And I had the great honour the other night to have a message from a gentleman coming all the way from Birmingham, last minute visit to downtown Paphos. And he was looking for some accommodation. He hadn't even booked it. He just wanted to come to Paphos. So he messaged me, and I messaged a friend of mine, Christos, who's got some apartments literally on the downtown Paphos promenade. And he gave us a great deal. And Phil and Michelle are enjoying the views of that blue Mediterranean Sea. And it only cost them €200. Yes, you heard me correctly, €200 for 3 nights, literally on the promenade, looking out into that from morning until night. Hence to say they are very happy indeed. Today they've gone off on a little adventure to downtown Larnaca because they are pondering on whether they should relocate to Larnaca or Paphos. Now, I think they should relocate to Paphos, but obviously the choice is up to them. Perhaps if Sir George and Lady Sue are watching, they might accost them, shall we say, and try and persuade them to stay in downtown Larnaca or Pataras or Ayia Napa, somewhere around that neck of the woods. The view is breathtaking, there's no doubt about it. Right, come on, let's join the highway to heaven, shall we say, and let's head out the wrong way along the hotel's road. So we're going to go from the Paphos Harbour main car park, which, as I've said, is totally free of charge, 24 hours a day, 7 days in that week, obviously, 364 days a year, except on those crazy years when there's that extra day added in, which is not this year, is it? I don't think so, I'm not sure. Drop in the comments, is it or is it not a leap year this year? Because I'm not sure. See, I'm an idiot in a blue hat who just takes you on his little adventures on the island of love, and hopefully you do like what you see. And if you do, please hit that like, and of course hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a single penny. Don't worry about it. No subscription fees like to your Netflix or Amazon Prime. YouTube just likes to know that you like it and you subscribe to it, and then of course they can recommend this little channel known as Marika and me to more like-minded people, clever people like yourselves. But of course, if you would like to gift us a couple of bob and drop some fuel in the tank to allow us to keep on driving around and keep us lubricated, you can hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. If you Google these magic words, Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me, or the other way round, Marika and me, Buy Me a Coffee, up will come our landing page, and of course you can choose to read that little bit more about us, and of course read a comment or two, and we all like to read the comments, don't we? Yeah. And then fingers crossed, hopefully you will gift us a virtual coffee or two. I'd like to say a massive thank you to Lady Kirsten in downtown Glasgow for those 3 delicious hot lattes that I supped on this morning. Started off at 6 o'clock in a nice coffee shop in Paphos. Fabulous hot latte, and followed it up with another one at about 6:10, and then went off on my travels, and then another one at about 11 o'clock. Thank you very much indeed, Lady Kirsten. You are a superstar, and of course a legend on the channel, along with that grandson. Yeah, he's an absolutely fantastic young man, which is why he's known as Alexander the Fantastic. And of course, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to race him up and down the Quai de Paphos promenade one of these days, very, very soon indeed. And talking about superstars, there was a message in the comments last night from my little mate who's not that little anymore. His name is Viscount Leo, and he wants to come to Paphos. So listen up, Sir Richard and his mum, his very own blonde beauty, Lady Julia Nash. Why not put him on a big bird and send him out, and then he can be the bouncer at the Marika and Me lounge bar, and nobody is ever going to mess with him. That is for sure. And of course, he does like to dress head to toe in blue. So he is a young man after my heart. And I look up to him quite a lot because he's a tall young man. Big shout out to Sir Richard, Lady Julia Nash, and of course, their son and my great friend, Viscount Leo. We'll look forward to seeing you when you come back to the island of love very, very soon indeed. Hotels Road, this is where we are. Brand new apartment complex there on the left, by the way, called the Waterside. And I've met quite a few people now who've stayed there, and they say that it is very, very nice indeed. So perhaps Google it, Waterside Apartments on the Pasidonis Avenue in Quai de Paphos, and get some prices. And of course, you're very, very close to the main event, as we call it, the promenade, the harbour, and of course, just round the back, Bar Street, the most famous street in the world. And soon, as a lot of people know, the Marika and Me Lounge Bar will be opening up. Not long to go now. The countdown is on. Tick-tock, tick-tock, as we keep getting told. We're putting in the hours, don't worry, and blinging it up slowly but surely. And on the 15th of March, which is the Saturday night, we're going to have the grand opening at 6 o'clock. So please, please, come and see us at the Marika and Me Lounge Bar on Bar Street in downtown Quai de Paphos. There'll be a free drink and of course a little bite or two to eat, and hopefully you'll stay with us afterwards and perhaps buy a pint of Guinness, yes, on special offer at €3.50. And yes, Sir Robert, in the comments, I think, rumour has it anyway, we'll keep it at that price, because I understand a lot of people do like Guinness as a treat, and hopefully we can make a couple of bob out of it. The Marika and Me Lounge Bar is not actually about making money, and a lot of people who know us well know that. Obviously, it's got to stay afloat, so we have to charge people. But the idea is not to, should we use those words, rip people off? No. And I'm not saying other bars and restaurants do, that's not what I'm insinuating, but we certainly do not intend to do that. We'd like to be very, very busy, and that's the point, and allow people to mix and make great friends, and hopefully, fingers crossed, if you come and join us, we can make a couple of bob along the way. Obviously, around the bar is the YouTube channel, so that's growing, and I know some people understand we don't make a lot of money out of YouTube, but we do make a humble living via YouTube, and of course the Buy a Coffee platform. And of course there's many other bits and bobs attached to it as well, like our brand new website, marikaandme.com. And of course, slowly but surely on there will be many links for various companies in and around Paphos and Cyprus. And of course, Paphos Sea Cruises is very much a good friend of ours. So if you go and book a cruise with them, no difference to the price that you pay. But of course, if you do mention the magic words Marika and Me, we will receive a very, very small commission. But of course, all of that money does mount up. And hopefully, as time goes on, the little channel known as Marika and Me will grow that little bit more. All thanks to you guys. And we do thank you very, very much indeed from the bottom of our two hearts. Everyone who comments, everyone who comes to see us is completely equal. But of course, one or two people are a little bit more equal than others, shall we say. Why is that? Because they joined that little bit earlier. But we do like the people who've joined us today. And hopefully you'll come and see us at the Marika and Me Lounge Bar, and hopefully we can become fabulous, fabulous friends. Like, for example, Lord Andy and Lady Ness, our day man. Our Lady Sally and Sir Matt of the Dyers. Although I promoted him, he is now a lord, like Lady Andrea and Lord of the Marts. Yeah, these guys have been with us literally from the start of the century. They are very, very early participants in the Marika and Me channel. And of course, there are some people all the way in downtown Thailand as we speak, and they are going to get on a big bird, that's an aeroplane, and fly from downtown Phuket to downtown Dubai, from downtown Dubai to downtown Larnaca, and from downtown Larnaca to downtown Paphos. And then they're coming to the Marika and Me Lounge Bar on Bar Street, the most famous street in the world, for the grand opening on the 15th of March. Who are they? Baron John and of course Baroness Louise. And we thank them very, very much indeed for their constant support of the channel, for sticking with us right from the very, very start. And I'm looking forward to seeing them again very, very soon indeed. Unfortunately, their princess, of course the baby barn hawk, she can't come. She's in the UK, but very, very soon indeed she is going to get married to the man of her dreams. And of course he is known as Harry the Keeper. And we wish them the greatest, greatest, greatest wedding in the world. And we know that they will be together for the rest of their lives. Well, that's what Fern says anyway. I remember the first time that we met in one of the restaurants in the Paphos Harbour, and I remember talking to Fern, and then I turned to Harry and shook his hand, and then I turned back to Fern and said, "Is he a keeper?" And I actually felt this man's hand quiver in my hand. And he's like 6'4". He is a big, big man. And it seemed like an eternity. It probably was 4 or 5 seconds, but it seemed like an eternity to him, that was for sure. And then she smiled and she said, yes, he's a keeper. And from that day on, he was known as Harry the Keeper. A massive, massive shout out to you guys, and a massive, massive thank you to yourselves and your mum and dad, Baron John and Baroness Louise, again for that support and the huge contribution that you gave to make sure that the Mercury Lounge Bar will open up on the 15th of March 2025. I've rambled on quite a lot, as I do. This is Rikkos Beach, by the way. Let's get the end of it, because at the end of it, it all opens up and there won't be any cars or trees, and you are going to get a view that is quite simply worth dying for. It could be the greatest beach in the world, but it certainly is one of the best in Paphos. And even at this time of year, as you may have noticed, there are quite a few people walking around and quite a few cars parked up. That's because these guys know that this is paradise. So get yourself on that internet. Start looking for that perfect holiday. Even perhaps just board a plane and get in contact with us or another person when you arrive here, and you'll be surprised at some of the prices that you can achieve, that you can get a fabulous, fabulous holiday on the island of love for a very, very reasonable price. And for those of you who don't care, well, you can pay whatever you like and stay in one of the greatest hotels in the world. For example, like the Alexander the Great Hotel. And that's where many, many people like to stay, like our day man, like our Lord Andy and Lady Ness, like our lady who is so sweet, Baroness Caroline. And of course, the man of her dreams, and our great friend, Baron Nigel. Again, massive, massive thank you to you guys for all of the help and all of the support, and for sticking with us when you understood that I'm a nutcase and she's a little bit crazy as well. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll hit that like, hopefully you'll smash that subscribe, hopefully you'll gift us a coffee or two, hopefully you'll go and check out our website marikaandme.com, and hopefully you'll come and see us at the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. All that's left for me to do is to allow you to enjoy that view. You feast your eyes and digest. I've got a little boy cigar. I've got a cigarette lighter, in fact, isn't it? A bit posher. And I'm going to light it up and say those immortal words. And there is absolutely no doubt about it. Life is good on the island of love. Thanks for watching. I've enjoyed your company. Hopefully you've enjoyed mine. I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Indeed.